Curry 完美出手教学。
Let's quickly discuss 3 things you need to do when shooting the basketball, but is often taught to you to do early in the shot when you need to be doing it later in the shot. Let's just use Steph Curry as an example. Now, it's commonly taught to players that the guide hand should be low on the basketball. Well, obviously, Steph, his fingers are towards the top of the basketball, and you're going to find most players are in that position. The other thing that's commonly taught is that the guide hand should be fingers to the sky or fingers up. Now, what you're going to find is that Steph Curry's fingers aren't there until later in the shot. And finally, if you've ever been taught to actually have a gap when holding the basketball, you're going to find that when Steph is holding the ball, there's no gap, but the gap will form at the end of the shot. And this is really the issue when it comes to shooting the basketball. All 3 of those things are things that happen later, but you don't need to do that in the beginning. So if a player's holding the basketball, they're going to typically have their guide hand towards the top of the basketball. They're not going to have a gap. And obviously their fingers are not to the sky. But as you actually shoot the basketball, your fingers will release off the ball, now fingers to the sky. And as you shoot, that gap will form. So it's not about putting that in the beginning of your shot, it's just understanding that is going to become part of your shot towards the end. But all kinds of problems will happen if you force those things onto the beginning of your shot. So save those things for the end and don't force them in the beginning.